Welcome to Raw Resilience, where we don't sugarcoat. We talk raw, we talk real. We delve into the depths of human intellect, challenge conventional wisdom, and venture into the uncharted territories of thought. We're not just about presenting ideas, we're about dissecting them, pushing their boundaries, and questioning their very fabric. So, fasten your seatbelts and prepare for an intellectual rollercoaster ride. On this channel, we explore the profound, the provocative, and the perplexing. Let's dive into today's topic, a journey through the life, works, and philosophy of Friedrich Nietzsche. Can humanity flourish without a moral compass? This multifaceted inquiry is one that has intrigued philosophers, scholars, and thinkers alike. It plugs directly into the complexities of human nature and the fabric of the society we exist in. This question isn't just provocative, it's deeply relevant and persistently challenging. It stands tall as the central theme of many academic discourses, permeating various aspects of sociology and philosophy. The question emerges from the intellectual depths of one of history's most prominent philosophers, Friedrich Nietzsche. Born in the heart of Germany in the mid-19th century, Nietzsche emerged as a beacon of radical thought. He wasn't merely a man with a philosophical inclination, he was a game-changer who dared to question the established norms and traditional viewpoints. His audacity to challenge the status quo put him on a solitary path, a path less traveled, yet breeding ground for revolutionary thoughts. His philosophy was not a quiet brook, but a tempestuous ocean, brimming with countless thoughts that challenged conventional wisdom. Nietzsche confronted widely accepted moral principles, provoking us to reconsider what we've always considered to be ethical truths. His works didn't just critique morality, they dissected it, peeled its layers, and analyzed its core. He was an intellectual provocateur, calling into question our fundamental assumptions about right and wrong. His philosophy is a wellspring of thought, a vast reservoir from which countless scholars have drawn inspiration. It's a philosophy that continues to resonate, to provoke, to question. And the testimony of its weight and profundity is the fact that it continues to ignite debate even today. Born in the year of 1844 in Rocken, Germany, Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche was a man who refused to accept societal norms without question. Known for his exceptional intellect, Nietzsche's driving force was his thirst for understanding the human condition, a quest that led him to challenge conventional notions and pioneer philosophical explorations. The beginning of his life was marred by the loss of his father and brother when he was just a tender age of 5. This exposure to the harsh realities of life at such a young age left a profound impact on Nietzsche, a concept that would find its way into his future works. Despite these adversities, Nietzsche's academic prowess was unassailable. His brilliance earned him a scholarship to Schulpforta, an institution renowned for its academic excellence in Germany. It was during his time at Schulpforta that Nietzsche's philosophical journey began to take shape. His academic pursuits carried him to the University of Bonn and Leipzig, where his initial interest in theology started to diminish. Instead, he developed a deep interest in philosophy, inspired by the works of thinkers like Arthur Schopenhauer and Friedrich. These philosophers, known for their audacious challenge to the established understanding of human existence, found a resonating echo in Nietzsche. Their influence marked the beginning of a shift in Nietzsche's thoughts, triggering a change that would see him question the essence of human existence, a theme that would define his philosophical career. Nietzsche's initial interest in theology waned as he delved deeper into the philosophers such as Arthur Schopenhauer and Friedrich. Their writings, which questioned the very essence of human existence, resonated with Nietzsche. His first major work, The Birth of Tragedy, published in 1872, proposed a radical idea that still stirs intellectual debate today. This remarkable piece of literature marked Nietzsche's entry into the world of philosophy, making a bold and immediate impact. Its central assertion, a revolutionary concept at the time, was that Greek tragedy, a form highly respected and praised for its central focus on the heroic human struggles, was not merely a product of human creativity or literary evolution. Instead, Nietzsche proposed that it was born out of a profound tension, a dichotomy of sorts between two fundamental forces that govern human nature and, by extension, all forms of art and expression. These twin forces, Nietzsche argued, were as timeless as the universe itself and were deeply embedded within the fabric of human existence. The first of these was the Apollonian force, named after the Greek god Apollo. This force represented the ideals of order, rationality, and beauty. It was the embodiment of logic and symmetry, the structured thought process that shaped civilization and culture. It was the driving force behind the construction of societal norms and the establishment of order from chaos. On the other hand, there was the Dionysian force, derived from Dionysus, the Greek god of wine and festivities. This symbolized chaos, passion, and the raw, untempered emotions that lie at the heart of human existence. It represented the inner turmoil, the uncontrollable urges, and the unrestrained passions that often lurk beneath the surface of structured societies and rational thought. Intriguingly, Nietzsche's theory suggested that Greek tragedy, a form revered for its focus on heroic human struggles, was born out of a tension between these two fundamental forces, the Apollonian, representing order and beauty, and the Dionysian, symbolizing chaos and passion. Nietzsche's later works, including Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Beyond Good and Evil, and On the Genealogy of Morality, pushed the boundaries of traditional philosophy. These books, published during the later period of his life, represented a distinct shift from his earlier writings, thus marking a new era in his philosophical journey. The most notable among these, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, is often heralded as Nietzsche's magnum opus. Written in a unique style imitating biblical texts, the book introduced the idea of the eternal recurrence and the heralding of a new kind of being, the Übermensch, or Superman. This figure, Nietzsche proposed, would rise above the primitive societal norms and conventional morality to create his own values, liberating himself from the chains of traditional beliefs. Beyond Good and Evil, on the other hand, was a critique of past philosophers who, according to Nietzsche, conflated good and bad as good and evil. He argued that these moralities were not universal truths, but merely subjective interpretations of the world and our experiences. In On the Genealogy of Morality, Nietzsche explored the historical development of moral concepts, arguing that they were not derived from rational thinking or divine revelation, but from power dynamics and social constructions. His approach was revolutionary and trend-setting, often considered a precursor to many modern social theories. Nietzsche also famously declared, "God is dead," challenging religious authority and sparking a philosophical revolution. Through this statement, he suggested that the conventional concept of a monotheistic God had lost its power in people's lives, a thought that profoundly influenced the existentialist and postmodern philosophical movements. Yet, Nietzsche's life was not without its struggles. Born in 1844, Friedrich Nietzsche was destined to carve his own path, shattering conventional wisdom and norms. From a young age, he displayed a remarkable capacity for deep thought and introspection. His childhood was marred by the loss of his father, a Lutheran pastor, which led to a profound sense of solitude and introspection that would later form the foundations of his philosophical work. Nietzsche's academic journey was a testament to his relentless pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Despite his brilliance, he often felt misunderstood and alienated, his radical ideas clashing with the prevailing traditions. His works were initially met with widespread criticism, their provocative nature challenging the very fabric of society. His philosophy, characterized by a rejection of traditional morality and a strong emphasis on individual power, shook the intellectual world to its core. In the years of his life, Nietzsche grappled with mental illness. The world that failed to comprehend his theories further isolated him. His writings during this period, despite their chaotic nature, were filled with profound insights. His struggle with mental illness added another layer of complexity to his life, further enriching his philosophical legacy. Even after his death in 1900, Nietzsche's influence remains significant. His philosophy continues to inspire and provoke thought, celebrated and studied by scholars worldwide. His life, a testament to resilience and intellectual rigor, inspires admiration and introspection. In summary, Friedrich Nietzsche was a man ahead of his time. His philosophy, marked by a rejection of traditional morality and a focus on individual power and will, challenged the status quo. From his early life marked by personal tragedy, through his academic journey that led to radical philosophical ideas, and finally, to his struggles with mental illness, Nietzsche's life was as complex and thought-provoking as his works. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate Nietzsche's far-reaching influence on modern thought. His radical ideas have shaped various fields, from philosophy and psychology to literature and art. His concept of the Übermensch, or the superior human being, has inspired countless works of fiction and continues to fuel debates on human potential and morality. Nietzsche's philosophy has also been instrumental in the existentialist and postmodern movements, questioning the very nature of truth and reality. His work has been interpreted, reinterpreted and misinterpreted, sometimes to serve political agendas, at other times to promote personal growth and resilience. One thing is clear: Nietzsche's ideas, as controversial as they may be, are a testament to the power of the human mind to question, challenge, and ultimately redefine the world around us. They serve as a reminder that resilience is not just about enduring hardship, but also about embracing our individuality, questioning the status quo, and daring to forge our own path, regardless of societal norms and expectations. So, as we delve deeper into the mind of this philosophical titan, we are left to ponder: can we, like Nietzsche's Übermensch, rise above societal norms and expectations to forge our own path? This question, like many posed by Nietzsche, remains as relevant today as it was over a century ago. So, as we delve deeper into the mind of this philosophical titan, we are left to ponder: can we, like Nietzsche's Übermensch, rise above societal norms and expectations to forge our own path? This question, like many posed by Nietzsche, remains as relevant today as it was over a century ago. Throughout our exploration of Friedrich Nietzsche's life and philosophy, we have encountered a man of profound thought, a man who has left us with a treasure trove of quotes that continue to inspire and provoke thought. Our first quote, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how," speaks to Nietzsche's emphasis on the importance of purpose in life. According to Nietzsche, if one has a compelling reason to live, they can endure any hardship, any adversity. This idea echoes through our own struggles, reminding us of the power of purpose. Our next quote, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger," is perhaps one of Nietzsche's most well-known sayings. Nietzsche suggests that the hardships and struggles we face in life do not defeat us, but instead make us more resilient. They shape us, mold us, making us stronger and more capable of facing future challenges. Finally, we come to the provocative "God is dead." This statement, far from being an atheistic proclamation, is Nietzsche's challenge to religious authority and the societal reliance on divine entities. He invites us to question, to challenge, and to look within ourselves for strength and guidance. These quotes, like Nietzsche's philosophy as a whole, continue to challenge our perceptions, provoke thought, and inspire us to question the world around us. They invite us to step outside our comfort zones, to push boundaries, and to strive for a life of authenticity and self-fulfillment. Having journeyed through the life and philosophy of Friedrich Nietzsche, it's essential to reflect on how these profound ideas can shape our lives. Nietzsche's belief in the power of self-overcoming, the value of struggle, and the importance of questioning established norms can influence how we approach our own challenges and personal growth. When we feel overwhelmed, perhaps we can find strength in Nietzsche's words: "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." When we face adversity, we can remember that which does not kill us makes us stronger. And when we confront societal norms and expectations, we can draw inspiration from Nietzsche's challenge to conventional religious authority. As we strive for authenticity and self-fulfillment, Nietzsche's philosophy serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of critical thinking and personal resilience. So as we conclude this exploration of Nietzsche's life and works, let's carry these lessons with us, applying them to our lives and continuing to question, learn and grow. As Nietzsche himself said, the individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. If you try it, you will be lonely often and sometimes frightened. But no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself.